described in the Vedas. Similarly, in the present age, such demonic men are striving to reach the higher planetary systems by mechanical arrangement. These are examples of bewilderment. The result is that without their knowledge, they are gliding toward hell. Here, the Sanskrit word moha jala is very significant. Jala means net, like fish caught in a net. They have no way to come out. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Would you like to add anything, Mataji?
Uh, yeah, Prabhuji. So, there are demonic character they are like explaining. So, they would be like telling like don't believe in God, everything, but they will be and also like to get into the higher planetary system. They will be like telling us don't do any sacrifices, and they will be having some kind of shortcut other ways, like telling people like they have achieved that position, and this way like they will make us fall in the net, but which is a moha jala, and that is not right. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Sunita Mataji, would like to add something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So here Prabhupada explaining that in the materialistic world, um, uh, our thinking always is not everyone, but most of them, even myself also. So we have a lot of desires, and before coming to ISKCON, so even myself also thinking that I have to earn money and we have to buy a house or whatever it is. So wealth like that. So we most of the time we always thinks about getting money or power or enjoying comforts. These kind of uh, these kind of activities we are thinking, and so even though you get lot of wealth, even though if you get a lot of knowledge, so that doesn't give more even the peaceful, and every time we are constantly anxious and restless. So instead of, if we take the Krishna conscious, and um, i- if you are in Krishna conscious, and in that if you do karmic, like if you do work, and if you spend that money or whatever it is, seva, what if you spend to service to supreme personality of Godhead, that will give us that uh, the peace of mind, or um, we feel good, Prabhuji. So that give the most enjoyment, and that's what I understand, Prabhuji. Please explain.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Anyone else would like to add anything to this? Any other reflections from any other devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please
Yeah,
accept my
go ahead, Mataji.
all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, very nicely Mataji explained about the nature of the demoniac people. And here, Prabhuji, that demoniac people, they think that, as Prabhupada explaining in the purport, that whatever they are getting the sukriti in this life, all their opulences, material opulences, their social status, their name, fame, everything, they think they are doing it, they are acquiring by their own qualities. But this is, Prabhupada is telling, it's because of their past deeds. So they did good karmas in their past life, and because of that, they are achieving that Sukriti in this life. But who knows what will happen in their next life, because they forgot Krishna. Maybe in the previous life they had some good deeds. That's why they are born as human. And so that's what today in Nil Govinda Prabhuji's class, Prabhuji was telling, like in the front of their temple, there is a dog the dog sits every day, and the dog usually don't bark, and he's very quiet and very calm, sitting in front of the temple. So Prabhuji was telling, maybe next life definitely he will get maybe a good human birth. So it's like everyone has kind of um, some good qualities which can bring them to the higher um, species of life. Maybe this life animal who are sitting in front of the temple or doing nothing to harm other people, they might get good body, human body in next life. So but the demons like mentality, who have this demon like mentality, just ignoring the devotees, criticizing the devotees, blaspheme the devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness seriously, and those people are definitely, there's a part of the society, they belong to the part of this society, which is very unfortunate, but they exist. And when I talk to like some friends like who are not at all interested in bhakti or anything, when I'm talking to them, like after 5-10 minutes I feel like I have to leave, or I'm getting bored, because their interest and my interest is totally different. So it's very hard to associate with them. And but sometimes due to the work wise or some other social activities I have to do, then I have to associate with them. But also at the same time, in the society sometimes they might not be interested in bhakti or discussing about Krishna consciousness or anything, but still they donate. So that's why they have some kind of a good in their heart. Maybe if we able to, like, if who are really practicing Krishna consciousness, they may awaken the love for Krishna on them. But it's challenging. But who knows, maybe someday who has no interest in Krishna consciousness, they might become Krishna conscious, who knows. So those are all the different angle we have to also look at, Prabhuji. So that's, Prabhuji, I just would like to add here. And I forgot another thing I just wanted to say, but now I forgot. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mataji. Yeah, you raised some very good points. One is the karma that the demoniac person, although he's been given uh, wealth in this life, and he doesn't realize it's because of his past life, all the good deeds that he did in the past life. And now, instead of uh, expanding on that past life and using the credit from the past life to improve himself further, even though he's wealthy and born in an aristocratic family, he's not using that. He's been now so consumed by his sense gratification that wealth actually leads to him becoming more of a his demoniac uh, propensities within the heart start increasing more and more. So a person who was born as a saint, now he's suddenly uh, transformed himself as he grows up to a total demon, and now he's unfortunately gone back into the pool where he's going to keep degrading even further. And the other point which I like that you mentioned is the association. Uh, Once we get a taste of this, associating with like-minded devotees who have gone through all the shastras and who understand what it is all about, then we have difficulty making even regular conversations. I have this problem uh, not just with outsiders, uh, but even within family members. It is so I have to just avoid the topic. and continue with what I'm doing. Not close family members, but some distant family members. So it's even pointless bringing up this topic with them. So unfortunately, that's the way it is. That's the way we all uh, associate with each other. And the more devotees who we find who are like-minded, the better off we are, and our own bhakti keeps growing. Uh, Anyone else would like to add anything? Otherwise, I can summarize it.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, very wonderfully explained, Prabhuji. Mataji, you. So as we can see here, I mean, Prabhupada says that those demonic people, they think they are the controllers. In fact, they think that because they are ego, in fact, all these wars are just because of this false ego. And yes, they can see that they always think, to acquire as much wealth as possible by, taking it from others. And they think that's advancement, defeating others, killing others, but they do not think the law of karma. And also, like in the so-called scientists, they think that they are advancing, but humanly, they are not advancing because they are not even respecting uh, anybody. As we can see, Prabhupada gives an example how Ravana building a staircase. So in that way, modern scientists trying to reach to the higher planets by mechanical arrangements. But simply, we have Prabhupada has a book of reaching higher planets, and so where Prabhupada explains how easily we can go to the higher planets, and of course there was like Subramani, he was able to go to Indraloka, but he was again kicked out. So in this way, we can see that people are trying to, because just of ego, so many people are killing all that. But the good with Krishna consciousness, then everything can be resolved. We can see if we can see the soul and the super soul in others' heart, then we can easily, this ego and all will go away, and no wars or nothing like that will, happen. So that's why in every town and village there should be, Prabhupada said, and in fact Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in every town and village this Harinam Sankirtan will should take place. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Babaji. It's very nice. So what you said about, you know, uh, Ravana here talking about uh, building a staircase to heaven, and but but unfortunately, if you can call it a staircase or an escalator, what he doesn't realize is the more he becomes practices, the more the demon keeps practicing his demoniac tendencies. The staircase, instead of going up, will be an escalator going down, and it will be the escalator that will be going into the Patala Loka or the hellish planet. So that's the result of it. He may think that he's going up, but actually he's going down every minute. So this is a very nice verse. There are a lot of points here, and both of you have summarized quite a bit. But the translation itself talks about various anxieties and and a network of illusion, moha and how once we very strongly attach to sense enjoyment, we fall down into hell. So, you keep accumulating a lot of wealth, and if that is all you have in life, then accumulating wealth by it usually it occupies your mind continuously, and the more wealth you accumulate, the more anxieties that come about. So you don't have any peace in your peace of mind, and you're constantly uh, you're you're looking for glories and how other people kind of honor you because of how wealthy you are, and you get consumed by that. You think that this is what life is all about. So you are in a more jalab, which is in a network, in a net of illusion. And this is the analogy is that to a net of a fisherman who catches fish, and the fish are trapped in that net. So this is the same thing that's happening to people in with demoniac qualities. They're consumed by wealth. There's no limit to how much money they can make, and so on. Now there are four qualities that one can be endowed with. Uh, you can be born in an aristocratic family, uh, so that can make you very rich, or you can be very well educated, or uh, you can be endowed with beauty, and also then you can also be. I think I mentioned that you can be very well educated. Let's see, did I mention all four? Uh, yeah, aristocratic family, wealth, education, and beauty. So all these can keep stoking your ego. Uh, the people think that yeah, I'm very wealthy, or I have a lot of degrees, and I'm really great. But all those degrees, as we have read in some earlier chapter, they're all in the material world. We can use those degrees and our education to uh, sustain a good livelihood. But at the same time, that should not be the end all of everything. That the real education, uh, as Krishna has described I think in the previous chapter, uh, real education is the spiritual education. The material education does not count uh, as education. Although we need it, because we are grastas, we need that education to sustain our livelihood. But then we need to channel our efforts in the direction of Krishna. For everything that we do, all the work that we do, we should be thinking of Krishna, and he should be the at the center of it. Uh, the other point that Shubhal Prabhu brought up very nicely is that how uh, this because we because the demons are constantly associating with their body, they are they don't realize they don't understand Paramatma in the heart. They don't realize the spiritual spirit, that there's a body and a spirit, and the body is temporary. Uh, that that's why we call the world dukkhalayam, ashashvatam, misery, and temporary. So, but the soul itself is eternal. It always was, and it always will be. So they don't know that. So as a result, because people don't realize that, then enmities develop. There's a competition. There's constant competition. It's a dog eat dog world. It's a competition all the time between people, between nations, and so on and so on, and which results in strife and deep divisions in societies, and that can expand to nations and war and so on and so forth. So unfortunately, that's the way it is. Uh, the other the second paragraph here starts off with how uh, the demons uh, they are so consumed by their wealth, but they also have people. who are, of a demoniac nature. The preacher himself is of a demoniac nature, and he can be someone who is preaching uh, such values, and he makes money on the side by uh, by preaching such values, and even further enhancing the ego of a rich person. So so that person then says, "You're so wealthy, why do you need God? There's no God, you're the God." So, and the people, they like that kind of prestige and honor because they're so entrapped in the net of illusion. So those are the kind of demoniac preachings, and we know how stupid that is. So the the last verse here, the last paragraph, is talking about how uh, the demons they don't understand yagnas or sacrifices. That well, when you want to do an yagna or a sacrifice, it's it requires those practicing it to be also austere. We know that austere and simple. Uh, so we know that uh, in this Kali Yuga, we can't do what was done thousands of years ago. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached to us the the Maha Mantra, and that's the only way we keep cleansing our heart to further improve our situation, to enhance our bhakti. So that's what this yajna here is. I don't know what the yajna uh, uh, of the demons is. Probably to get to the higher planetary system with the staircase, which is all bogus. We all know that. So the other thing is that uh, many people think that you hear many people who are demoniac nature, or even friends that you have known in the past, they'll say, this is all mythology. But if this were mythology, then what we're reading here continuously make a lot of sense. All the divine qualities that we just read, all that makes sense. That I don't see how. If it's mythology, then are all those divine qualities a myth? I mean, that's not right. So that's total nonsense again. So the people who haven't read the Vedas, who haven't read the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and who are lazy and don't want to try and read those, or even associate with people who can help them read those, they are the ones who fall into the trap, and they will never come out of this moha jala. So that's about what I have on this particular verse. If there's anything more anyone wants to add, they're welcome to do that. Uh, let's see. So if nobody has anything else, then I can go on to the next verse. Arjun Prabhu, you want to add anything?
I was gonna say Hare Krishna, bro. The issue here is like the demons, um, they don't have any masters. So their masters sometimes they say, like you said before, you're the God, I'm God, everybody's God. So that mentality is very, very demoniac because we need to understand that this is not just material, but it's very temporary, and we don't know where we're gonna go. So any second can come death and or not death, even sometimes it could be worse. It could be a disease, or it can be like a fracture, it could be um a very miserable condition. So this here is like a very prison. For the most part, people when they get a chance to ask, Krishna, they say I want a bigger prison. I want a shinier prison. I want candy. But we should be all asking, I need to get out of the prison. That's what the smart people will say. You know, because it's a place of suffering. Krishna says, from the hellish planets, the lowest of the hellish planets, to all the way to the Brahma Loka, it's a place of suffering because it's a temporary place, you know. So we will not be happy here because we're supposed to be serving Krishna. So the demons, they cannot get to serve. They want to be served. So if you cannot serve, then you have no purpose. The problem is they want to serve their mind, their ego, their personality. They want to be the enjoyer. They want to be. So it's about me. You worship me. You give me, and you become my servant. You know. So when you learn to become servant of Krishna, you say, I want to serve Krishna. I want to serve his devotees. I want to serve my spiritual master. I want to serve Srila Prabhupada. I want to become the servant of the servant of the servant. And we can also serve them because they're also part of Krishna, but in a in a way that we can engage them to become also servants of Krishna, even without them knowing it, because we have a big mission here. Like, thank God we're finally getting this temple, but there's a lot of people here in Tampa, and they're suffering like crazy. They don't know. So we have a lot of work to do, you know.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It's very nice. I like that analogy of the prison that you mentioned. We're trapped in a prison and we want to get out, but we want a bigger prison and we want a more luxurious prison. There's no end to it. And as we read in the previous in the modes of different modes, sattva guna, rajoguna, and tamoguna, where the sattva guna people are bound by uh, gold chains. Uh, those in the rajoguna are bound by copper chains, and those in the tamoguna are bound by uh, iron chains. Nonetheless, they're all bound. It doesn't matter what type of chain that is. They're all bound in this prison, in a grand prison. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. uh, Anyone else would like to add anything? Baldev, Seva Prabhu, haven't heard from you.
Prabhuji, everything nicely explained. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Vasant Prabhu,
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada. Prabhuji wonderfully explained Mataji's, Prabhuji's, and you and Arjun Prabhu. So thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Let's see.
I see Preeti Ganesh Mataji wants to say something.
Oh, Shirata, yeah, sure.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I
Hare
have a
Krishna.
doubt actually. Um, Prabhuji, like whenever that, like in the astrology, they will say, right, the planet shifts or something, like during the transition period, like I used to see like whoever in my Rasi and Nakshatra, they would also go through something. I would have also went through something mentally or physically. But I have a doubt, Prabhuji. Like when I used to hear like the Maha Mantra, whenever we Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, like even you say that word, like you will be relieved and other things. But I feel like in I somehow feel like still like when the transition periods are coming, I also go through something emotionally and someone also going through emotionally. And like how is that Mahamantra actually plays a role over there? It is like over the time of period, like after some years or something, then at that time this transition periods nothing would impact me. Or like in which way, like I just want to be like I do not want to get influenced by anything, Prabhuji. Like I want to be like that mental stability I really wanted to have, but like every now and then my mental stability would go away. Like whether I do chant, like even after I do chant also. But like like when I look back, like my friend would have also gone through the same thing because we both would have had the same Rasi and Nakshatra. So how do you see that, Prabhuji, and how like anyone could help me like how like things would change and how like your life has changed after like when these kind of planets impact stopped on your life. Hare Krishna.
Okay. I'll try to answer it, but I'd like to others also to add something. So I know your question is very good. I think it's, if I understood you correctly, is related to how we can control our mind uh, at all times. And there's no doubt that the process of doing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and following all the regulative principles, everything is just the process is clear. It's very straightforward. Uh, but the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra requires focus. At least the way I see it, when I do the chanting, uh, you got to you got to hear what you are saying, Shravanam. So you got to, as you say, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you got to hear each of those uh, and keep focusing on that, and that you have to keep doing that for a whole round. So don't initially, I would say that there's no need to do too many rounds, as you should not attempt to do 16 rounds at one sitting or anything like that. Instead of that, you can start slowly. You can do 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 8 rounds that way. And that if you first get the few rounds with focus on them, and then keep increasing. That way, you'll keep developing the right habits. And the other thing is to do this when there is quiet, when the you have a lot of silence around, and that happens only early in the morning. We know that Brahma Muhurta time, and as much as we have difficulty getting up, but we have to try get up as early as we can and start doing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And the rest of the day, it's going to be very busy with a lot of materialistic activities, and we have no control over that. We have to do what we have to do. So that's what my suggestion is. And of course, what you're already doing, associating with devotees, attending this class, all these will help you over the course of time. Others can add. That's my little bit of Baswati Mataji. I think you might like to add.
Hare
She's not
Hare
around.
Krishna.
Yeah.
Dhanavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Mataji, I just would like to add here that you ask about that nakshatra, those same tithi nakshatra, or how like sufferings and all related, right? That's what you ask, right? And you are chanting, so how can it can change, right? That's your question.
Yes, Mataji.
So Mataji, actually, the chanting the holy names can do miracle, and that's came from the senior devotees um, lecture. So I heard from Nitai Chebini Mataji, Her Grace Nitai Chebini Mataji. She is very good preacher in Vishakhapatnam. I'm a regular listener of her class. I follow her. So Mataji was telling that one of our assistant, she is working with her for more than 10 years, and she was telling that someone says, seeing her hand, that you are going to die very soon, in a very early age. And Mataji said that, and she is practicing Krishna consciousness, helping Mataji on the time, and she's doing fine, and keep chanting that helps her actually. So Mataji is saying that nothing has happened to her. So holy name, chanting the holy name, doing devotional service sincerely, seriously, surrendering the, ourselves to the Lord, to the lotus feet of the gurus or acharyas, it really changes the horoscope even. It changes the horoscope. I'm telling you, Mataji, that because that's happens to many devotees. There are some more examples are there. So but you have to be sincere. So keep faith on Krishna. That is more important. Like when something happens, I said, "Oh, my faith is gone." So when we are happy, we are chanting. But when we are not happy, when we have other problems coming, we stop chanting. We think of, okay, after I cannot focus, I cannot concentrate. What does it mean? Means I have no faith on Krishna. I'm losing
And
faith. My confidence is losing because I'm not dependent. So that's the reason, Mataji. So that's happens. So that's why, like, keep chanting and do sincerely what you are doing, and forget about things which hurts you. Like if someone like hurt you. I'm just saying example. Like if someone hurts me, hurt my feeling unnecessarily, giving me pain, I would not focus on those things. I will try to focus on Krishna, because in this world everything is temporary, Mataji. So that's what I feel like sometimes when I get hurt from others, sometimes my close family members, sometimes outside. Previously, I was used to react a lot, but now, because I'm so busy, and I do not have time to think about those things, because I keep myself busy at work, as well as when I come home with I'm more on involved in at least I'm trying hearing, chanting, talking about Krishna consciousness, reading books. That way I make myself always busy, always busy. So then it helps actually. So that's what Mataji, it's chanting actually changes someone's fate also. So that's the example I gave about Nitaji Bini Mataji. She shared this one. And also clapping hands. When we clap hands in our kirtans, and clapping hands also change the horoscope.
understood, Mataji.
So we need to keep faith. We need to keep faith on Krishna. We have to depend on Krishna. We have to take the shelter of the gurus, Shiksha Guru. So it's very important, who are teaching us, who are giving us good instructions. And through Srila Prabhupada's books are the best remedy. So Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrita is very good. It's described about Srila Prabhupada's so many pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, all the what happened in his life, how he came to Krishna. So many books are there, Mataji. That's my addition, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I think Arjuna Prabhu
Ah,
wants to say something.
Hare
Yeah, Asha Mataji,
Krishna.
go ahead. Yeah, you tried. Then I can't.
No, no, okay. हरे कृष्णा मैं सिर्फ एक ही लाइन में ऐड करूंगी जैसे ही तुम सुबह सुबह को भगवान से मिलने जाओ लाइक मंदिर के अंदर तो एक ही बात बोलना कि मैं पूरा दिन है वो आपको समर्पित करती हूँ और जो लास्ट नाइट जो मैंने
Mataji,
सो कर
could you
रही थी
please talk in English, Mataji? Asha Mataji,
okay
please.
yes
Please.
okay so
Yeah, because I don't
when you
understand Hindi. Please.
yeah so in the morning usually it's like when I getting up so on that time when is the day is starting starting. So I just simply I tell to the Krishna, Lord Krishna, this whole day when I just started, with the start with the new just in the morning, I will samarpit with you. So whatever you give me a dukh, it's okay. You give me a sukh, it's okay. So if you surrender her in the morning, like the first time in the morning, and then it's going to be automatically, your day is going to be perfect. You can say perfect. It's a blessings. And then you have to say, like, please, Lord Krishna, give me a bhakti. And then you don't have to worry about anything. All day is going to be a recalculation, and then perfect is going to be good day. And the second sentence is like the last night, whatever, I sleep, right now, my Lord Krishna, I'm going to speak with him, and I'm just like, whole day I give it to samarpit with you. I surrender to you, whole day. And then now I'm going to sleep. So please, God, I will surrender to you this the whole night. I'm going to surrender to you. And when I'm getting up, then I have like last night, I surrendered to you. And the whole day, again day started. So any day of you started, is just miracle work. You can tell me. It's like, when you talk to in the morning, just only like this day is going to, I surrender to you, this day is go for you. So it's going to be miracle happen. It's going to be good day. I'm telling you. I have like so many kids, like I have a daycare business. So every time I have a kids, like, have a teeth problem, and this problem and this problem. Kids have so many problems, like 1 to 2 years old. So sometimes I also frustrate, but I every morning I talk with the Lord Krishna, and I'm saying, like, Lord Krishna, this is surrender to you. My whole day I give it to you. Please, Shri Krishna, please give me a bhakti, or my day is going to be a, better. At least not the good, but at least better day. So then he going to recalculation, and then I have like some of the hard days, because some of the time I forget too. So much as you can not to forget, and just give you surrender to the Lord Krishna, and it's going to be miracle happen. It's going to be good. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. I would follow it.
Arjun Prabhu, you want to add something?
Okay, so Krishna says, whether in happiness or in distress, this shall pass. So this place is a place of suffering. It's a place of misery. So if you're having a bad day or something bad happened to you, um, these things have to happen here because you're not gonna be happy here. Because the thing is like it's a place of suffering. It's like you're living in a really bad dream. I mean, I'm not saying this so you can have like a horrible time or be depressed, but the thing is like the more you surrender unto Krishna, the easier it will be for you to understand that this is not a happy place for anybody because everybody that you know has to give up their body, and it's not a happy process, especially for the people who have not come to the point to surrender unto Krishna. So that being said, it's like it's the easiest for the devotees to become Krishna consciousness, and it's also the hardest for the people who haven't come to Krishna, because for the devotee, he has no shelter other than all the devotees, his spiritual master, the parampara, and at the ultimate Krishna. But for the other people, what are they gonna surrender onto? Material things, a house, a car. These things are temporary, just like their bodies, but they don't understand these things. So you can't really rely on the other things. You have to surrender unto the Lord because you are a soul and your body is not really yours. Actually, your soul is not even yours either. It belongs to the Lord. So you have to, slowly but surely, the more you come into Krishna, the more it will come clear to you. You will make advancement and then you become spiritually mature. But with time, it will come with time. The more you try to be Krishna consciousness, the more you will taste it. So everybody's trying to get a taste. People go to the restaurants, they go to movies, they go to different countries, but we want to go to the temple, we want to go to Vrindavan, we want to go to Mayapur, because we know that that's the real taste. That's where the real bhakti is. So we want to enjoy these pastimes of the Lord. We want to, but it will come with time. If you give it time, and if you give it like she said, the Shraddha, the devotion, the faith, you will not be disappointed. But you have to also endeavor to it. If you want Krishna, Krishna will want you too. I mean, it's not that he doesn't want you, but if you give one step to Krishna, he will give 10 steps to you. So give your heart to Krishna and you will not be disappointed.
Thank you, Prabhu, for your thoughts.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Uh, so I think how Preeti Mataji, your question is answered. We had some wonderful points and wonderful discussion of the topic from Baswati Mataji, Asha Mataji, Arjun Prabhu, and others. So thank you very much, devotees, for your past time. So with that, Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you, devotees. Thank you for attending.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Have a great night. Thank
Raghu
you.
Prabhuji ki jai. Shri
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. All those-
Raghu Prabhuji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Dandar
Hare
Hare
pranam.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Krishna.